Very interesting. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, we have Dragon Kites's herO. I would say the favorite of this game, but already pulling one upset. Maybe you could just pull a second one. In the upper right-hand corner, we've got Starlight Twinkle's Wayne. Of course, Wayne just won the ZVZ against Dark, but it's a different beast altogether. ZVP against herO. It's a tough one. That's a tough one. That being said, Wayne has a lot of practice against Max Packs. As I know they hit each other all the time. I'm sure they've played a lot of games against each other, so Wayne going to be pretty good in this matchup. And not just Max Packs, but the entire European ladder is so much Protoss. So many Protoss up in GM. That being said, very few at herO's level. So we'll see what herO has to bring to the table here. Haven't seen a lot of games on this map. Very intrigued if either player has a specific plan for this map. I've seen Mass Blink Stalker be pretty good on it. I expect herO to play it pretty standard. Stargate opener into Blink Stalkers. Maybe something a little bit off. Maybe a little Glaive to Depths near the start of the game to get things going. herO has like a handful of builds he sticks with, and he's just so good with them. It makes it very difficult to know exactly what he's doing because there's just a few different ones, and then even to defend if you know what he's doing, still can be tough. Now Wayne, I haven't cast a ton of Wayne lately. Don't cast a ton of European StarCraft these days, so don't know where he's going to be going with this. I expect it's mostly just going to be macro defense for a while. But that being said, Wayne is absolutely one of those players that will go crazy and go for mid-game roach pushes. He's not averse to all-inning opponents on 3 bases. So we might see something like that. Now herO plays a ton of games against Dark. He's gonna be an expert at defending those kinds of pushes. So Wayne's gonna have to bring something a little different, a little special to the table. Maybe catch herO off guard in order for that to work, if that's what he wants to go for. Right now, this is so annoying though. herO blocking this base with the pylon, and this map, there's no alternate for Wayne. He does not have another third base he can just take. He has to take this one. He has to go for this one. And that's why herO is committing so much to this with the 2 Adepts now, who are going to shade away, and they're going to get away. I thought maybe those Lings were chasing them. They weren't nearby. So he gets out of there. Now the Oracle's going to dive in. Uh-oh. There's only 1 Queen here and no Spore Crawler. Good Spore Crawler morph there to save the first drone. That's going to be 3. Ooh, just 2 kills. That Oracle needs to get out of there. So not as bad as I thought. Looked a little dicey, but ends up being a good defense from Wayne. Still, the delay on this third is pretty massive. And now a bunch of Adepts heading across the map as the second Oracle heads across as well. There's just a few Lings out. I feel like herO can just go take a third. Adept shading backwards, but I don't think they need to be too scared here. Just playing it safe. And herO, he hasn't really lost anything, has he? No, he hasn't lost a single thing. And well, he hasn't killed much. Again, not to overstate it, but delaying that third is a big amount of damage, and that's why herO isn't committing with too much more. He doesn't want to lose anything. He'd rather keep everything he's got alive. He's gonna grab a Queen now. Oh, drone pops out. He doesn't turn around to get the drone though. Thought maybe he was going to. Could go in for a stasis trap. I think that's the plan. Oh, a little too close. All right, messed that one up. Bunch of Lynx heading across the map now, but because all of the Adepts lived, herO is fully buttoned up back at home with these Adepts. He's got 7, plus the 2 Oracles flying overhead. I love that he leaves these 3 here and moves out with the 4 and the Oracles. That's such an excellent split. These Lynx cannot commit to fighting or to counterattack. And then to follow this up, he does have the Twilight Council and the Forge, but I talked about mid-game attacks, and that seems to be what we have planned here for Wayne. He's droned up a little bit, but he's only on 48 drones right now. He's busting out Hydras and Lings. He cancels whatever that was, an Evo Chamber? It's just Hydra upgrades. I think that might have been for the benefit of the Oracle. And Wayne's just going to try to hit with a big amount of Ling Hydra. Oh, and the Adepts shade in, see what's coming, go for the recall. A few of them will get out of there. herO realizes what he's up against. I thought he was going to go Blink, but he is going Glaives, which actually here I think is much better. Because the Glaives will be able to deal with Lings and Hydras decently. Better than Blink Stalkers in this situation, I think. But I think herO's in a little bit of trouble right now. Wayne is pushing across the map with a lot of army supply. Stasis traps are going to be nice. herO just didn't realize this for the longest time. Wayne really kept it hidden. And now he's got a big army pushing through, and Hydras are very difficult to deal with early game Protoss units. Glaives and +1 are not done yet. The Stasis Trap's going to help out quite a bit. That Link surround is not much of a surround, but the shield batteries, one goes down immediately. Second one looks like we'll finish up here. This one staying alive as well. The Stasis Trap only going to last so long. The Oracles all turn on to try to help out, mostly against the Lings. They don't want to auto-attack through the Hydras. Wayne pulls back. He's going to reinforce with some more Lings. Super Shield Battery is turned on, but a lot of hero's units are fighting outside of it. Glaives is done now. That's going to help these Adepts be a lot more useful, but there's just so few units left. This last Shield Battery goes down. This one is not finished yet, and herO just has so few units to continue fighting. He's trying to pull back, just kill all of the Lings and make it just Hydras as he warps in more and more Adepts. Probes getting pulled off the line. herO knows he can sacrifice some of his economy. The Oracles are out of juice. It looks like they're going to fall. They get targeted down by the Hydras. However, the Adepts are going to win the fight here against the Hydras and Lings that are left. 20 probes died. Oh, but the shade forward to get these reinforcing Hydras as well. 20 probes died, but the worker count is even between them. And herO now has Glaives Adepts to continue pushing in. I don't think he wants to finish that shade, though. He's got a lot of army. He can keep building probes back at home if he wants to, but it looks like herO wants to go for a counter all-in and just try to kill Wayne with mass Glaive Adepts. Again, cancels that shade, but he's got so much here. He has no detection, though, so these Creep Tumors are seeing absolutely everything, including, well, they're not seeing the pylon, but the pylon has been spotted. So Wayne knows that this is very committed as more Adepts come across the map to help reinforce. Wayne, I don't know if he's going to have enough, and this is where the Glaive Adepts really come into play, not to mention that +1. These are so strong. They're going to commit to this shade, even with being fully surrounded. Drones coming off the line. There are 2 Banelings being morphed. herO needs to be a little bit careful. 2 Baneling connections here could be huge, but I think it's going to be too late by the time they finish up. And oh, the shade keeps these ladies safe. Not really, the Banelings still connect, but it's too little too late at this point. Wayne doesn't have enough left, and it looks like herO is going to win with the counterattack. Such a crazy attack from Wayne that honestly almost worked. And I think in a world where herO was trying to follow up with Blink Stalkers, I think that attack does work. And in fact, I think that's what that attack is specifically meant to kill. But Glaives there ends up just being such a good move. And I don't know if herO started Glaives after he realized what was happening, or if that was just a happy coincidence for him. But Glaives not only finishes quicker, but is also more directly useful. It just means that whatever Adepts you have on the field, they do more damage. They're just going to attack quicker. They're going to get more done. And as you warp in more and more Adepts, they're just going to be better and better, overwhelming the Lings and Hydras. They do bonus to light units. Beautiful. Now, game 2 is going to be on Site Delta. See if Vanya's got something up his sleeves for this one. Again, those big mid-game attacks, that is something that I think is quintessential Vanya. And That was a cool attack. That's the kind of attack that absolutely kills Protosses. The fact that herO lived is crazy. We could also see herO go for something. The thing is, herO is not the kind of player that will just macro every single game. He's very good at it. He can just do that. He doesn't need to do anything too crazy, I think, in this scenario. But, well, I mean, that's what we know him for doing. That's what we're used to seeing from him. Are kind of out there strats, like things that feel like they shouldn't work sometimes do in his hands. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner of Site Delta, it is Dragon Kites's herO. And his opponent in the upper left for Starlight Twinkle, it's Wayne. Hoping that Wayne can get at least one game here. It would be nice. It would be cool to see him take down Dark and then take a game off of herO. Wayne just barely not able to get that hatch down. It looks like he really wants to take this base, though. He is sending another drone down. Pylon goes down. So Wayne's just going to have to go take his third. Oh, everything Bagel. Officer Bagel. He's so cute. I would turn the cat cam on the screen, but I know it's cropped wrong right now, so. But yeah, herO being annoying with his probe. It would be fun to see herO do something crazy. Not even crazy, just like get aggressive himself. It's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. Wayne does tend to be a pretty aggressive Zerg player, but a lot of it is more around the time that we saw in that last game, right? Big mid-game, 3-base, trying to hit you with stuff early, but not like insanely early. He's not building roaches off of one hatch usually. He can, but I feel like usually I associate Wayne with a lot of mid-game committed attacks. So it'd be fun to see herO try to take advantage of that and hit him before he's ready with any aggression. It looks like it's going to be just another Stargate opener. herO deciding to play it safe and solid. Does have a pylon in his wall. Wayne might also be the kind of player that would try to Bane bust you. I don't know. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Wayne is going to be able to sneak in with some Lings here, but ooh, kind of his micros there for a second. He's going to lose that Ling before he gets too deep into the main base. Scouts the Stargate at least, and that's important. I don't know if he saw that it was a Void Ray being built, though. He only scouted it for a hot second. Not enough time maybe to notice the Void Ray. He will see it soon, though, as the Overlord is... Maybe he did notice it because he's running away. Yeah, I guess you could see it in the Fog of War, huh? So... running away with the Overlord, which herO is keeping an eye on, but it does mean that the Void Ray is going to take longer to kill this. Gives Wayne at least a little bit more time to not be supply blocked. Other than that, this is looking extremely standard. Not seeing anything from either player that's... out of place. The Void Ray first is really the big thing that makes me feel like this is something different from here, and it does look like it's going to be a 4-gate Glaives follow-up. Which is, again, not incredibly dissimilar from last game. It's interesting that he went for the Void Ray. I wonder if he was worried about early Roach attacks or something. That's a great reason to build a Void Ray. If you're like, I might get killed by Roaches. Let's just build a Void Ray to be safe. I don't trust Wayne to not just build like 12 roaches at the start of the game and come try to kill me. Absolutely something Wayne could do. But now it's going to be herO putting the pressure on. We'll see if he can get anything done with some Glaive to Depths. This is really nice. Going to force a cancel on the base. Does not kill the drone, though. Somehow that Void Ray did not kill that drone. And it was able to put down a new hatch right away. That's kind of fun. But now the Oracle gets in. Gets a couple of drone kills. Going to grab a third one before getting out of there. herO very good with his Oracle control, generally speaking. Alright, Wayne going for Banes to defend against the Adepts, as the Adepts do start to move out now. Banelings are going to be crucial here. Wayne's going to need to get a few Banes morphed as these Adepts make their way across the map. Creep Tumor's not getting to finish there. The Adepts thinking about shading forward. They will shade forward. Not a lot of Lings out right now. The drones are forced to run away. See if herO can get some drone damage. Threatening to shade backwards, but does not want to finish that shade. Cancels it. Moves forward. The Queens are still out here putting damage on the Adepts. The Adepts are going to go for the Queens, actually, as the Lings are way back there. Shade going to get canceled again, but now the Lings are here. The Banes are coming in, getting some beautiful connections. Still some Adepts, though, trading nicely. I think this time he might be able to finish that shade, but it looks like the Adepts all go down before he's able to do that. So Wayne holds on. Does not take huge amounts of damage. Loses a few drones. Does have to trade out a bunch of Lings, but as we see, the trades are not too crazy bad for him. And in this scenario, Zerg can trade a little bit worse. Oh, this is nice for Wayne, too. He's going to be able to get in here and force a cancel on this base. I think if he just clicks it, there it is. Gets the cancel. Runs away. Doesn't lose too much. Hurting herO's economy. herO's follow-up is going to be Blink, and he's got +2 attack on the way now. But the delay on that Blink means it's not going to be particularly useful right away. Ooh, and herO's got to be careful. He's splitting his units weirdly. Ended up pathing kind of the wrong way. He realizes it, though, and fixes his mistake before Wayne could take any advantage of it. But Wayne's just been droning up this whole time. Still has a good handful of Lings, but not going too crazy on him until he's got his drone count up to above 70. The Creep Tumor killing Stalker squad here. Looks like herO's mostly just playing defense, just trying to clean up some of that creep. Stalker's getting caught a little bit here. Oracle's going to turn on, but this might just be a bunch of dead Stalkers. They're going to blink back to some friends. So a number of them will live, but a few Stalkers going down there. Charge is on the way, though, as is +1 armor for herO. He's getting those upgrades going. Wayne is getting into roaches in an infestation pit. Stalker's going to come in. They do get a bit surrounded, though. They're going to have to blink out of there. Oracle is pretty low on energy, but it will have enough to turn on. And as some Zealots show up as well, even without charge. Lings don't want to tussle with that. 10 roaches on the way, but they are not here yet. And herO's Blink Stalkers are here. Doesn't seem to want to commit, though. A lot of Banelings start morphing. But that means these Stalkers can take a much better fight against the Lings. Interesting choice for Wayne to try to morph 22 Banes right now. I feel like Ling Roach does okay against this. Banelings, though, going to start crashing forward. Stalker's going to blink backwards and try to mitigate as much of that damage as possible. Look at the splits for those Stalkers. My God. Jean-Claude Van Stalker over here. As herO takes a beautiful trade against the Banelings. The Lings and Roach is just not enough after that. Even the Roach pathing the wrong way. I don't know if Wayne's going to have enough here. herO is continuing to push forward. Charge is done now. I don't think there's a Warp Prism, so he's just warping it back at home. herO's also got a 5th base coming up behind this. Drone's getting pulled off the line. Uh-oh, Wayne is in some trouble. Oh, the Stalker's still just trading so beautifully. 2,000 resources better trading here for herO. As more Stalkers show up, Zealots show up. He blinks forward. Oh my god, herO's a madman, but he might just have enough to make it work. Drone's getting pulled off the line again. So many workers going down for Wayne. Even if he holds, his economy is going to be so abysmal. And I think herO's going to have enough to push through. This looks like we are moments away from the GG. There it is. herO takes the 2-0 victory. Doesn't get upset by Wayne. And it will be herO moving on to the grand finals.